The headlines, the abandoned city. We have a special report from Bakhmut in eastern Ukraine, where fierce fighting has forced people to flee. Starting with the fact that France is to supply Ukraine with armoured fighting vehicles, the first time Western-designed fighting vehicles will be sent there. The two countries' defence ministers will soon discuss how many AMX-10 RC vehicles will be supplied. It's not clear when the consignment would arrive in Ukraine. The deal was announced after telephone talks between Presidents Zelensky and Macron. In Ukraine, where a battlefield commander in the eastern town of Bakhmut has told the BBC that the fighting is ferocious. A US official has said Russian forces have made incremental advances around the town, with mercenaries from the Russian paramilitary Wagner group heavily involved in the assault. Now, the battle has been described as a meat grinder, with high numbers of casualties on both sides. Almost all of the city's 70,000 occupants have fled. Russia is working hard to capture Bakhmut in the hope it could lead to the fall of Slavyansk and Kramatorsk as well, the two most important cities in the Donbass still under Ukrainian control. But Ukrainian forces are holding firm. The BBC's Yogita Lemay reports from the city.
This is what the merciless bombardment of a city looks like. And how it sounds. Once a quiet place known for sparkling wine, Bakhmut is now a byword for war and Ukraine's resistance. Russia is using all its might to try and take this city. We drove past abandoned buildings. 90% of the people have fled. This is what you can see everywhere in Bakhmut, destruction. On the other side of the road you can see apartment blocks that are completely destroyed. We're walking all over shards of glass. Pretty much every second you hear the sound of artillery fire. You can tell every minute that this is a city that is being intensely fought over. And over the past few months of fierce battle, even though it's at an important road intersection, it is the symbolic importance of this fight that has become greater than its strategic location. Bakhmut is the home Anatoly has known all his life. We see him barely react when a shell lands a few hundred meters away. He's come to an aid center, a lifeline for those still here. Why don't you leave? We asked him.
I have nowhere to go. I'm alone. Who would want to take an 86-year-old? Here at least sometimes, when the soldiers throw away food or soup, I find it and eat it. And I get free bread. In my whole life, I've never seen anything like this.
Tetiana Sherbak used to be a midwife before the war. Now she's a volunteer.
I stay because I'm needed here. Of course I'm scared. I've been caught in shelling 3 times. I suffered a concussion. But what use will I be hiding in a basement? People stay for different reasons.
The explosions don't stop, but no one flinches. It's as if they've become numb. Running from bombs every day. Repeated trauma without an end. Olha Tupikova told us she and her daughter live like mice, running out quickly to get bread. Walking to this center for a bit of food is a risk they take to survive. Outside we met Alexei Reva, the mayor of Bakhmut. We can't show his location. It is my job, my life, my fate to stay here. I won't leave the people, and I trust that Ukraine's military won't allow my city to fall, he said. We went to see Ukrainian defense, taken to a location we can't disclose. Underground to one of their command centers in the city. The heart of the military operation. Few journalists have been here. This is a live feed from drones beyond the eastern edge of Bakhmut, where Russian forces are stationed. The men here are trying to locate the target for an assault team that's just gone out. Commander Scala, as he wants to be called, told us this is the toughest battle he's ever fought.
We haven't seen enemy troops like this before. Their soldiers openly advance under fire, even if they're littering the ground with their bodies, even if only 20 are left of their 60 men. It is very difficult to hold against such an invasion. A few weeks ago, we had to withdraw from the eastern approaches to the city to save our soldiers.
They showed us this video, the east of the city on New Year's morning under Russian attack. In the fields outside Bakhmut, we see the daily grind to keep a hold on it. The winter makes it harder to camouflage guns and men. We watch them fire Soviet-era weapons. Soldiers tell us they work well and do the job. But modern equipment would help push through the deadlock on the ground. On the other end isn't just the Russian military. There are also thousands of mercenaries from the private Wagner group. They expect incoming fire, so we retreat to a bunker. Why does it feel like it's deadlocked on the ground? It's stuck for many reasons. The winter makes it harder to use equipment. We also have a shortage of weapons and ammunition. 21-year-old Alexander replies. Back to positions they go. Each side trying to wear the other down. In this battle of endurance. Yogita Lamai, BBC News, Bakhmut.